If there ever were a nuclear war and all U.S. military ground communication was destroyed, this $223 million plane would become the command and control center for the U.S. Navy.
$223 million.
What?
That is approximately 150 billion in our currency.
God.
We're using the franc CFA here in our country. $223 million for a single aircraft. That is wild. What?
This $223 million plane would become the command and control center for the U.S. military's most senior officials. This is the E-4B Night Watch. It's basically a flying war room designed to withstand a nuclear blast.
I like to think of the E-4B as kind of like a flying backup Pentagon, potentially more secure than the Pentagon. If you're seeing it at its maximum capability, which hopefully we never do, yeah, you're looking at an apocalyptic scenario, which is why it's affectionately known as the Doomsday Plane.
Night Watch, Doomsday Plane.
4 E-4Bs make up the National Airborne Operations Center, and the U.S. Air Force is responsible for the operation of all 4 of them, out of Offutt Air Force Base near Omaha, Nebraska. The retrofitted Boeing 747s were made for war.
All right, this is wild. Today we're checking out the E-4B Night Watch.
Night Watch. Is there a reason why it's been called Night Watch, or?
That's just a call sign. Yeah. Just a name given to it. And it sounds scary.
I love that.
Yeah. Anyways, I would like to make something very clear on this channel. My dear family, you do not have to pay us for us to react on a video you have recommended. In fact, it is totally free. Okay? Because the videos we react on, we don't buy them. And so you don't have to pay us to react on the video. Those who pay for our membership and Patreon are doing it out of their free will to support us.
Yeah.
Right? And in fact, here on the channel during the weekend, we run live streams in order for people to come on the live streams and do what? And recommend videos for us to react to. So if you recommend a video during a live stream or through the comments and we say we're going to check it out and you eventually don't see that video uploaded here, there are approximately 4 reasons why that video is probably not uploaded here. 1, probably it is copyright claim. 2, the video is still to come up. 3 is internet issues. And 4, the video is not fitting in for us to react on, right? We always plan the videos in advance how they're going to follow up. So one thing you must understand is we do not need you to pay us for us to make videos. You don't have to pay. There are just those reasons. We have internet issues over here. We post videos between 2 a.m. in the morning and 5 a.m. So it's always late over here to upload videos. And sometimes when you upload a video at that time, you'll get copyright claims and the video needs to be taken down. That is already a whole night work that you've lost, and internet connection that you've lost, and it's expensive.
Yeah, quite expensive.
It's expensive, first of all, and we don't even have the money to get the internet connection, and it is not reliable most of the time. So once you recommend a video, you don't see the video, there should be no hard feelings. We appreciate everybody that subscribed to this channel. We take into account every video that is recommended. Always also understand that so many people are requesting for videos. If we were going to just react to every video that everybody recommend at the exact same time, guess how many people, how many hundreds of videos at once? Nobody can realistically do that. Plus the ones that we have to also check out by our own selves. So everybody should understand in that position, it is out of respect. It is not we disregard, we don't think, or we don't have any personal issue with anybody. In fact, I don't know anybody on the channel face to face to have any issue with them. I had somebody tell me in the comments that the observation is that people need to pay to get reactions, I and us on this channel, we don't need people to pay us for us to react on videos. It is totally free, and there are so many reasons why you wouldn't recommend a video and you might not see that video uploaded.
Yes.
You should understand copyright issues, internet issues, scheduling, and just your patience to wait. You never know. So, anyways, thank you. If people are paying on other channels, we don't. In fact, on Patreon, there are also perks where you can give a special request, but normal videos that we put here on the channel, you don't have to pay us anything. Thank you. No hard feelings.
Thank you for understanding.
We appreciate most especially our first 100 subscribers. You supported us when we had proven nothing yet. Yeah, even our first 500. Thank you so much. And anybody that continues to watch videos on this channel, even if you're not subscribed, we thank you for the likes, the comments, and just the time. Please, you don't have to pay us for anything. If you like to support us, do. If you don't feel as to, watching our videos is big enough support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go and see what this aircraft is about.
The retrofitted Boeing 747s were made for war. Originally designed in 1973, the E-4 series planes were thought to be the best way a president during the Cold War might survive a nuclear explosion. And since their inception, one of the Doomsday planes has stood on alert 24/7.
Because we're a 24/7 ops mission, we are not a non-deployable unit due to our proximity to the president and all other key assets at one time. But day-to-day it is highly important because we can assume the role.
I like how the guys are always calmly talking and they know quite a bit of information we might never know.
Yeah, they do.
They talk very humbly.
I assume they're about to give us everything.
Yeah, but they definitely would. If you know what that guy knows, you'll be freaking away your city. He just calmly saying, yeah.
But day-to-day it is highly important because we can assume the role of a primary command center, much like the Pentagon is, much like...
Do you know this beauty? This beauty?
It looks familiar.
Yeah. This is the Americans' Ministry of Defense. It's called the Pentagon. You can actually see it has 5 sides. And for a long time, it was the biggest office building in the world. Yeah, it is really huge.
Americans.
Yeah, this is where they house all the top generals of the US. They don't have like Ministry of Defense. They have what we call the Secretary of Defense.
Okay.
Yeah. And now they're turning it into the Department of War. So I don't know now, they'll call him the Secretary of War. Yeah.
The role of a primary command center, much like the Pentagon is, much like STRATCOM can be, we can assume that role in the air as well.
In the immediate aftermath of a nuclear blast, the President, the Secretary of Defense, and the Joint Chiefs of Staff would all be safe aboard the E-4B. From there, they could order nuclear strikes or execute emergency war orders. And while the majority of the E-4B's capabilities are classified, we do know a few things. The plane has 3 decks and can hold a crew of up to 112 people. With 4 massive engines, the E-4B can fly for 12 hours straight without refueling. But with aerial refueling capabilities, it could theoretically fly for several days.
Did you just say a plane have 3 decks?
Yeah. 3 decks. Like deck 1, deck 2, deck 3.
Gee. It's magical. I swear.
That thing is huge. And I don't know why commercial aircraft don't have in-flight refueling. Why? Probably it should be good. I don't know if it's commercially viable. But anyways, let's see what the E-4B is capable of doing.
Aerial refueling capabilities, it could theoretically fly for several days. It costs nearly $160,000 per hour to fly the E-4B, making it the most expensive airplane the Air Force operates.
I thought the B-2 Spirit was the most expensive. I've never heard of this one. The E-4B Night Watch. Jeez.
Seems to be the most expensive, right?
Yeah, it's by far the most expensive.
Making it the most expensive airplane the Air Force operates. And it's built to survive a nuclear blast. To prevent radiation, the windows have a wired mesh. similar to what you'd see on the window of a microwave. Equipment and wiring on board are hardened to survive an electromagnetic pulse.
For example, wait.
There's also thermal and nuclear shielding and direct fire countermeasures. Aboard the plane, space is broken down.
Wait, I want to make sense out of this. When a nuclear weapon goes off, there's what we call electromagnetic pulse. That's a wave that is like very destructive, and it destroys even electronics, most especially electronics, like your phone, the electronics of your phone, your laptop,
television,
the avionics of the aircraft, like the electronic system of the aircraft. And this thing can survive it. It can survive it. What? And then it looks so holy like a commercial aircraft.
There's also thermal and nuclear shielding and direct fire countermeasures. Aboard the plane, space is broken down to optimize war coordination. At the front of the plane, executive quarters house the senior military officials. The upper rest has 18 bunks available for the Air Force crew. They work 24-hour, 7-day shifts and sleep on board.
7 days.
Beneath that is the secure conference room, where the Joint Chiefs, President, and Secretary of Defense can give war orders. The briefing room is where officials can update the traveling press or battle staff on strategy and coordination efforts. In the center of the plane, officers from every branch of the military will hammer out a strategy in the event of a crisis. This space is known as the battle staff room, and all outside communication happens at the back of the aircraft, from the communication and technical control room. From here, operators can communicate with virtually anyone in the world, in any situation.
It's designed that in the most austere environments during or after a nuclear war, it survives and can communicate from the most cutting-edge communications technology to old, antiquated communications technology. We have the ability to endure and communicate with fielded forces and the rest of the U.S. government.
That bubble on top of the E-4B is where all the communication technology is held. It's called the radome, and an estimated 67 satellite dishes and antennas are kept here. The E-4B has more communication.
67 satellite dishes and antennas.
Yeah, 60.
And that dome, master class. I'm very sure that the amount of shielding and, let's say, encryption that has gone into the communication system of that thing is nasty. I like to call it nasty.
Nasty.
Yeah. Gem nasty. Gem magnasty. Jig magnasty.
An estimated 67 satellite dishes and antennas are kept here. The E-4B has more communication capabilities than Air Force One. There's even a 5-mile-long tail that can be extended behind the plane to allow for communication with submarines that are underwater. But even with all the fancy communication tech, you'd be surprised at how old school the rest of the technology on board is. There's no digital and there's no touchscreens. Everything is analog, and that's on purpose. That vintage vibe continues throughout the airplane.
The E-4B doesn't really have windows, and it's actually really drab on the inside. You're looking at kind of a beige color that looks like it came straight out of the 1970s or 80s. Which
There's something you saw, and you don't really understand it when they start talking about it. The thing doesn't have windows. Like, makes sense. Because once it has windows, you need to do also electromagnetic shielding on the glass and stuff like that. So that's why they just even have no windows. And by the way, what are you looking for outside when things are really, when BS is really going down?
You're looking at kind of a beige color that looks like it came straight out of the 1970s or 80s, which it did.
The Doomsday Plane's utilitarian nature is completely intentional to keep the focus on the job at hand, preparing for the worst. But hopefully we'll never have to see the Doomsday Plane at its full capacity. During peacetime, the E-4B's main job is to transport the Secretary of Defense on foreign trips, and one always follows the President and Air Force One on overseas visits.
The mission is very tedious. It is, no kidding, one of the most arduous things that you could possibly do, but it's so rewarding in the sense of every day you know that you're doing something or you're preparing for the worst.
I did not know that this thing follows the president around. In fact, I've never seen it.
Maybe it was expensive. It should.
I don't know. Like, I don't know that he follows the president around because anytime the president lands in a country, they always show his Air Force One.
I was thinking that maybe somehow in the video they will say that is what, like the plane that carries the president around.
No, when the president gets on board this one, you know things. You know the world is going somewhere you don't like it to go, because the president can only hop on that thing when his own presidency is at risk of getting bombed or is already bombed, and that's where he's going to stick there. And I think most of the decisions taken on that aircraft are most life-changing decisions in this life. Anyways, we don't like to see this thing flying anytime soon with the president hopped onto it.
Yes.
Because that would not be a good breaking news. That would not be good breaking news on these news channels. Thank you so much. Family. You are not just our friends or viewers or watchers. You are family. You support, you help. We cannot tell you how much grateful we are for everything you have done. Since we started from small, we're heading to 100,000 subscribers. And when we do, we will be sitting here talking to you guys every day, just as we always do. And if at any point you're feeling left out because we did not reply your comments, understand that I am a student, she's a student. I'm doing my engineering. She's doing her degree in medical laboratory science. So we are also busy. Yeah. And we have so many other things we are doing. So please, if you leave a good comment and you don't get a reply, don't be feeling discouraged. We are always there with you. Thank you.